This is breaking news from News 8.
Good afternoon. The husband of Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren, Timothy Granison, pleading not guilty to drug and weapons charges in a Rochester courtroom this morning. Granison, one of 7 people arrested so far as part of an alleged mid-level drug ring in Rochester. This after state police executed a search warrant at the mayor's home last night. The mayor has not been charged, but DA Sandra Dorley says the investigation is ongoing. Team coverage on this breaking story here at noon. Allie Peters has more on Granison's court appearance. But first, Kayla Green was there as the DA and state police detailed a 7-month investigation leading to the charges. Kayla, the DA says this was not politically motivated. What else did she say?
Well, Mark, she says this investigation is very significant and these 7 arrests could just be the beginning. She says they searched 7 homes and several cars yesterday, and they do have a lot more searching to do in the coming days. She says they have secured a total of $60,000 worth of powder and crack cocaine, a total of 2 kilos, several firearms, and $100,000 in cash. She says they stopped Warren's husband, Timothy Granison, in a car yesterday, but say he wasn't the original target of the investigation. Dorley says about 4 months into the investigation, Granison became a target, so the DA's office stopped working with RPD and called in the New York State Police. She says they found cocaine and an unregistered firearm in Granison's home and confirms the mayor is still living there as well. Police say the mayor wasn't home at the time the search warrant was executed, but her daughter was. They allowed Granison to speak to his daughter, then she called a family member to come pick her up. Dorley wouldn't comment on whether Warren could be implicated in the investigation or whether she was heard on the wiretaps. She says one of the 7 homes searched yesterday was Granison's brother. Dorley says there's still more homes and cars to search, but this is already a large-scale investigation.
Well, I think it's very significant. Again, you know, we would deem this to be mid-level suppliers, and if you think about the amount of cocaine that we were able to seize with a street value of over $60,000, that's significant. And again, that was powder and crack cocaine.
Police say they are trying to interview the mayor through her lawyers, and they say the investigation is not politically motivated because, again, Granison was not an original target. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
Kayla, thank you for the live update. We turn to Allie Peters, who was at Granison's court appearance this morning. Allie, he appeared via video conference, correct?
Yeah, correct. Timothy Granison just left the Monroe County Jail moments ago, walking out from these doors you see behind me. He did appear via video for his arraignment this morning, where his attorney entered a not guilty plea to weapon and drug charges. So here's what we know about those charges so far. Granison is facing 2 counts of criminal possession of controlled substance in the 3rd degree and criminal possession of a firearm. News 8 did get the chance to speak with Granison's defense attorney after today's proceeding. John DeMarco says the allegations are that Granison had possession of contraband, which he says appears again to be cocaine. Now, DeMarco said also it's alleged that there was an unregistered firearm inside Granison's home, but he says he hasn't heard that that firearm was illegal, just that it wasn't registered to anyone living there. According to DeMarco, this investigation again started before yesterday's search warrant.
Clearly, the investigation was beyond yesterday's events. My understanding is that they executed a series of search warrants. There may have been other properties other than my client's home. Those search warrants would have needed to be signed by a judge and accompanied by supporting affidavits, which obviously would have taken time to compile.
Now, Granison was released in his own recognizance, which means he doesn't have to pay bail, but he must show up to all court appearance or he could go back to jail. Now, Granison is expected to be back in court on June 21st at 10 a.m. The DA's office says they do plan to present this case to the grand jury before his next court appearance. Live in Rochester, Allie Peters, News 8.
All right, Allie, thank you so much. And we should reassert that investigators have yet to speak to Mayor Warren about this matter. She is, of course, up for re-election this year. For mayor of Rochester, the Democratic primary is set for June 22nd, 1 day after Granison's next scheduled court appearance. For more on this investigation as it develops, Please go online at rochesterfirst.com.